story. My story. Our story. This podcast is Untold Stories being told. What's really going on? How you really feel? Untold Stories. There we go. Perfect. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Perfect. I can hear you fine too. I'll be eating my dinner. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. Let me take this background off.
Oh, it's Black History Month. You can leave it up forever.
I could leave it up theoretically.
Wouldn't be no history if it wasn't for us. Well, while you're doing that, welcome back to Untold Stories. I am me. And this is my guest. When he gets his background together, he's going to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about him. But while he's doing that, hey guys, I'm back. It's been a minute. Eating some good food. Let me know when you're ready to introduce yourself. Just jump right in.
It is off. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. It's good to see your face virtually.
It's good to see you too. Let me just grab this right here for you.
It's so good. Arroz con gandules and tuna. Delicious.
All right.
So, introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name is Saantis Davis. I am a
amazing person. I'll start that off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. She said, I'm an amazing person, as she said. My love and passion is, studying culture, studying psychology, studying, human behavior, and just looking at it and see how, I can, make life less complicated for people.
Awesome.
I grew up, I was a musician, grew up in a cultural African background.
Oh, before you do that, because I would like to talk about how we figured out how we knew each other.
Yes.
Just give
I wasn't
us a
going
few
to
things about you. That was funny and crazy. So you're a drummer, you're a writer, a father, first and foremost, a son.
Yes.
Do I have to write your whole resume? No. What other things do you do? And then we'll get on to you before that. We talk about how we know each other. I gotta fix something over here, but go ahead. So what else? So you did, hold on, since talking about drumming, you just did an event at Atiolas.
Yes. It was good. It was good. It was a great event. It was an Akoma Day, which is, African Love Day. Love Day in general, but from an Afro perspective. Yeah, it was good. And we were there to bring the energy, bring the spirits of the drum. And so we were there to do that. And it came out very well.
And yeah, because my buddy Farouk was on this show. I get all the great people on here. I'm so lucky.
We're happy to be here. It's
isn't that great? So just trying to make sure that is filming both you and me, because I'm on my iPad.
Yeah, I see us both.
Make sure it's record. Yep, we got it all together because I'm prepared.
Are you streaming this or is it recording?
What'd you say?
I said, are you streaming this live?
No, it's just recording.
Oh.
I gotta figure out how to do that. I know how to do the live, but that's a lot.
Yeah, you stream live from here. That's why it's the cool thing about Zoom.
Yeah, it's just a lot. And how I want to do it is gonna be a lot. I'd have to go through my OBS and do my borders and all that other stuff. And I would like to concentrate and talk to you as I eat my food too. So we met up on Facebook as adults.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was a post or something. He was like, how you know that person? I was like, how you know that person? And then we found out that,
father.
yes, you saw my father on there. He was like, how you know? I'm like, that's my dad.
It's like, well, that explains how she knows him.
Yeah. So then we realized that we played together or hung out together when we were kids because my dad and your mom were really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. We used to go over Miss Ayala's house with that nice smelling apple cinnamon tea.
Exactly.
She lived out West Philly?
Yes, my mom is still in West Philly.
Yeah. We used to go and do meditations and stuff when we were younger. Had fun. So that's how we realized how we knew each other from our past and how Facebook brought us together. Well, we brought us together because
Brought us back together.
Yeah, you know, we ain't never leave each other, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I came back to Philadelphia again, moved back to Philly.
Because you were in New York, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in New York from like 9 to 30.
Mm-hmm. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
The best part.
But I lived all over throughout New York. You know, a New Yorker moves like every 2-3 years because rents keep raising. So you're always, I didn't live in every borough almost, except Staten.
I love Brooklyn because it reminds me of Philly. What you say?
I said Staten Island's too far. Nobody wants to live there.
Yeah, my cousin used to live over there. I like Brooklyn because it reminds me of Philly. The people, the feel of it. South Bronx, love South Bronx. My family used to live over there. Harlem's cool. Well, I'm talking about when it used to be cool. It's not that cool anymore.
Yeah, there's some nice parts in each borough.
Mm-hmm. So, what brought you back to Philly?
Well, my father was getting of age and he was getting sickly, so I knew I was taking care of him, and it was just easier, more cost effective to take care of him in Philadelphia, New York, because of 2
hours.
Yeah, so I brought him back here to New York, Philadelphia from New York. It was easier to take care of him and work.
Mm-hmm.
I had more of a support system with that, and so when he transitioned, it was like, I might as well stay here. He was my only family member that was in New York. All the rest of my family is here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is easier to with my New York hustle, I could live here more comfortably than there.
And it's so much cheaper.
Yeah, so much cheaper. So
I wouldn't say it's more convenient because I love New York for the convenience. That's one thing I love about it. Because the train system is amazing. It is. You cannot say anything about that train system.
The train system's nice.
I can go anywhere for $2.50 here in Philadelphia. You get on a bus ride. One bus ride is $2.50, and you got to pay another $2.50, and then another $2.50.
They got the transfer. They got the transfer thing there now in New York too. So now they're charging you for transfer. Yes. But it's on the Metro card system. So if you have an unlimited, don't matter. But if you have just a fare, you got to pay an extra. Everybody
don't even have trans passes here no more. That's corny.
And they're not even $2.50 anymore there now. They're $2.75 in New York. It's everywhere.
I don't mind because you can get on 3 trains for that $2.75, and you can go everywhere. Yes,
just don't try to transfer to a bus.
Oh no, don't do that. That's a whole nother system.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice. It's I actually like besides the food and the people, I don't miss New York. And it's like I said, it's a hop, skip, and jump away from here. So I just drive.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah, so but the food here is really good. Compared to a lot of other cities, I'd rather be in Philly for vegan food. If you're a vegan, there's a lot more options here.
Options.
DC than Jersey and
all over, because when you travel and you don't realize when you grow up how much your parents had to maneuver to feed you, and how much and you carried a lot of your food with you.
Yes.
So. But it's so much easier in Philly because I think it's always vegetarian restaurants readily available.
Yes, there's something somewhere. There's something somewhere here in Philly. It's no spot where you're just like, wow, I can't eat.
You remember Patterson's? I love Patterson's.
Yes. Yeah. Are they still open?
No, but you know what? Because Miss Patterson, she passed away. And I used to work there because I love Patterson's. I used to work there. Remember Rochelle? She used to be so slow. With all your food, and they said to run out and go get your food before they made it. They had to go to the store and get it. Johnny, I don't know where Johnny is, the mean little brother. He was cool, he's mean. Gordon, I saw him. He was working with Muhammad's Kitchen off of Germantown. The
Got you.
sister who has that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where he is. I know he didn't really like being a cook. He wanted to be a singer. So hopefully Gordon's singing. If you're out there, Gordon, I hope you're singing your heart out. Love
Yes.
you.
Do what you love, man.
Yeah.
And the universe and you will figure out a way to monetize it.
Yeah. Always will. Always support you. Speaking about that, he has books, not just one book, books.
Yes.
Would you like to let us know what are they? They are books. Yeah. Excuse me. They are books. The name.
First book is Happiness is an Inside Job. And put that a little closer.
Nice.
And this was my first book. It came out in December last year.
And you have other covers you were playing around with, or you may have different
yes,
ones?
I have a second cover. It's a brown cover. I think the next batch I'll do some brown ones just for the heck of it, because I think I can change the covers. And so yes, my first book is Happiness is an Inside Job. And the reason why I wrote
It's
that.
not for the outside. Give you happiness. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. I never heard of something like that. I thought you could buy happiness. What have I been doing all my life?
I mean, like the whole thing about it is we live in this world that it's, I was talking to a friend of mine about it today, just in general, just like none of us are really defining our lives or defining the important things in our lives. They've already been predetermined,
Yes, and people bought into it.
Yeah, whether it's the media told you what happiness, whether it's somebody else's definition that you just automatically, without any type of thinking about it, analyzing it, just accept it as yours. And then you realize throughout life, some people don't realize it. They just keep round peg, square hole, just keep trying to plug it something that's really not making them happy because they never really defined it.
It doesn't make sense. It's not even logical.
Yeah.
We're unique beings to live unique experiences when everybody's doing the same thing. Yeah. You will go insane. You're not supposed to be the same as someone else. How would that make the world great and beautiful as it is if everything was the same? That's just not sensible.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to create a book and a line of books because the next one will probably be out. I'm trying to push for
not trying, you're doing it.
I'm pushing for June, July, sometime in the summer. Trying to push myself. I think my goal was like 25 books by 50. Okay. Shoot high. If I only do 19 books by 50, which is only
you're gonna do 27 books by 50.
That's 13 years from now. If I do 19 books, I could live with that.
No, you're gonna do 27. That's what's in my mind. That's what I say.
Hey, if whichever one, I'm with it. But just want people to define their own, first create a proper definition and understanding of happiness. And then once you have that definition of happiness that's, neutral, then you can create your own, what are the things, like, even if, because I'm not materialistic, but if you are, I don't knock anybody.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
But you define the materials. Don't let society, don't let your parents, were Ivy League graduates and they make $300,000 a year. And if your passion was to cook, I've seen so many people where they went to law school and they resent their parents. They don't even understand where the tension between them and their parents comes from. Is because of that. You felt it inside of you that you wanted to cook, but you went to become a lawyer to fall in line with the validation of the structure
and of your family. And what happens with that, you have, like, even with, people have this, you hold a grudge, and then you have this internal thought and story in your mind that their parents didn't believe in you. And that may not even be the story, because people do things for their own reasons, and your perspectives may, if you're not willing to listen or see both sides of things, then you'll hold on to those grudges and hold on to that pain and make up that story in your mind of what it was. And that may not even be the story at all. They may have thought that's the only way for you to be safe or whatever it is. But then that does hold that tension because they can't understand you, you can't understand them, and then both of you are making up stories for somebody else's happiness.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing, like 90% of the real life skills that we need in life to enjoy life, to survive in life, they're not taught to us. They're not, this is that should be taught in public school, regular school curriculum, but school focuses on making money and getting a job. So
Oh
we
yeah.
don't learn the nuances of happiness, the nuances of, living in society where, inside validation and outside validation,
Joy.
you
Yeah.
know, those things, these principles that are important. Like happiness, isn't a thing. Happiness is a feeling.
It's
Now,
a state of being. It's a state because when
that,
you start like yes, the closest thing we can for some people to relate to would be like it's a feeling, but it goes beyond that. It's a gratitude.
yeah,
It's a breath. I can't find the word to explain what happiness is because when the happiness that I associate with feelings is the one that can be turned off, and the word happiness that I associate with joy and enjoyment is where it comes with gratitude. And I guess you can turn gratitude off too, but it's a bigger
yeah. It's a
place.
state of it's a state of being able to be peaceful and joyful and
Yes,
flow through either one.
yes,
The joyful, obviously it's easy to be joyful if you want a million, you got $1 million in your bank account when a baby's born, you eat some ice cream. But can you be joyful when and peaceful in those moments where, quote unquote, God is taking something away? I mean, if
the devil did
like I said, my understanding is like if it's been taken away, it's not something you need.
no,
Like
because
nothing you
nothing
ever
can
need
take
has
from
been taken away. Yeah.
it.
But that's the
Exactly.
stuff we're not taught. Who
Yeah,
teaches
but
us?
you know what? That's and definitely stuff has to be taught in school, but that comes with home. That comes with nurturing. It comes with, and that's a whole bigger thing, family and community, because that's what you learn throughout with your cousins and your aunts and uncles and your grandparents, how they love and how they find joy in their talents and what they put on you to do and build within your community. So it's a larger scope of it, which has to do with education too, but
Yeah.
it comes from that familiar place because when you see inside your household people being full of joy, and their joy may look like anything else, something different from what yours is, everybody's joy looks different, then you're not afraid to find your joy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely,
And,
definitely. That's definitely, I agree with that. Um
and
and
joy
it's
is, I just wanted to say this also, you may made this come up in my mind. People have this idea of things are good and bad instead of things are just and then the thing people behind it can make it bad or make it good. Like I don't like beets. Oh, couldn't stand beets. Used to have nosebleeds, and my dad used to juice and
you
make
talking
me
about
drink
the headphones or you talking about the food?
beets like the food beets,
Okay.
whatever. Oh, like I had to drink the juice and all that stuff.
Beach
But
juice, that's the jump.
but even though I'm not a fan of beets, I can taste the beet and I can find some enjoyment out of the beet. Like, oh, it's a root vegetable. It tastes dirty. Mm, I can taste the dirt. I can enjoy the dirt of it. I can taste the sweetness of it. I can say I don't like it, but I can find myself enjoying the principles or parts of it to say, oh, I can see how people can like it.
Yeah, because see, happiness is a choice. Like it goes like, and like I said in the book, I go into it like, we think that, like I said, we've been taught that, like you said earlier, finding joy, finding happiness. We have been programmed to think that things outside create, like you said, create the feelings that then we're
Yeah.
just subjugated to have to feel.
Yeah.
Like this situation is tragic. So I have to feel tragedy because it's a tragic
Yes.
situation. This situation is beautiful. So I have to feel the beauty in it. And that's a wrong understanding. The understanding is that, like you were saying, it's not outside. Labels or what we define experiences are, because no experience has a quality of itself. And
Yeah.
science has proven this. This is not like me
Yeah,
just saying.
it has variables and factors to things because one day can change to another day because of different variables. It's all
20 people
scientific.
can, 20 people can experience the same situation and it doesn't get,
Affect
unless
them.
it gives the exact same thing, then it's not absolute.
Well, you know,
That
we live in a world where they want everything to be uniform because there's certain people who are come from a monotone civilizational culture. And that's what has been presented in schools because they teach you when you're younger. This is happy. This is sad. This is angry. This is excited. And if you're not responding in those ways as you get older, say if you do something that's really funny and I'm just like, and I can be dying inside. But if I don't show you, then you will take it in your mind that I'm not happy. I'm not smiling. Even if I tell you you're doing a great job, I had the best time of my life. But because of that taught face that we were told that means happiness and laughter, I didn't give that to you. It's everything I said and my actions are null and void.
Yeah.
It's people who have been programmed from, like you said, from being a child. What does pain feel like? If it's painful, I have to be angry and I have to say,
Yeah.
I have to cry. But not everybody does it, so it's not true.
I mean, and it's a choice. Not every situation, like I said, there's if I give you example, like you said, beets. If you ask 20 people about beets, some people say they're great, they taste great. Some people say they taste nasty. So that means that there is no objective taste to beets. It's up to the person.
Yeah.
As like we're labelers. We have to understand that we don't. Nothing is already predetermined in life. Life is self-determined.
Yeah.
So when you understand that your life is self-determined, not predetermined, that means that you decide the quality of what you're going to give life. If you're going to say you have a bad life, then that's what it is because you determine it, not the situations you. Or you can have somebody can have that same life and be like, this life was great.
Yeah.
And so they determine the life. The situation has no quality in and of itself.
I know one thing that people will determine and agree on that's great about life, and if you should be grateful for it, is breathing. Because if you wasn't breathing, you'd be dead. And all the other problems that you have and all that, I'm so happy.
Even some people complain about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people commit suicide. There's some people that, they don't want to live because they
Well,
think.
I don't always say committing suicide is people complaining.
Not
Depending
always.
on the situation, because that's a choice.
I'm just saying that there are some people that say, I don't want to live.
Yeah.
And because.
But that's not a complaint all the time. They could be like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that are like, I don't like my life.
Those type of things. It's like, hey, you can change it.
But see what I'm saying? But all of it, all the people that we see who are struggling in life, though, always forget because, like I said, it's not taught. Life is self-determining.
Yeah.
So it's not about what happened. It's about what you feel about what happened.
That's why I ask people this when instead of saying how was your day, I used to say, how did you treat your day today? Yes. Or did you let your day treat you?
Exactly. But we are so used to that's a normal thing. We say, how was your day? As if your day decides how you are. Yeah. No, you decide the day.
And you can let the day do whatever it wants to do to you, but you decided that too.
Exactly. Yeah. So happiness is a choice. Being joyful is a choice. I can choose to be joyful whenever I heck please. And now that I see, when I define it as a choice, it's not something that you can ever take away from me. It doesn't matter how much money I have. It doesn't matter if I live in a box or I live in a mansion. I can always choose it because it's a choice. It now becomes something that I 100% control.
Yeah.
But if I think happiness is in a Maybach, I never get a Maybach, then can I be happy?
But even when you get that Maybach, you're not going to be happy. You're going to need something else.
Got the Maybach,
or
that hang
when
themselves.
someone take it away from you.
Exactly. You're like, how can people have all this money and still commit suicide? Because, like we said, money has no objective quality in it. You can have money and be happy. You can have money and be sad.
It's your choice. But you also know, I truly, I know this because I've spoken to some people. It may not apply to everybody, but for some people, the reason it's too much responsibility to take on your own life. It's so much easier to say, well, if my boss didn't say this, then I wouldn't have to go to work. If I didn't have to pay this car, no, I wouldn't have to go and do this. If I didn't have to do this or something, it's so much easier to have someone or something control the life, because you can always put blame on that and not take responsibility for your sadness, your
The
choices
villain.
to be sad, choice to be happy, choice to be whatever. And hey, people got to realize, if you want to be a shitty person, be it and be the best shitty person that you want, and don't complain about it, because we need all kinds of people in this world. And you might not be shitty to somebody else, you might be lovely. It's just, it's all perspective. People choose to, it's almost like we say, don't judge a book by its cover. Everybody has a cover now, and they only judge the cover because there's no content inside.
And you can't, but see, that's the thing, even that, the problem with that is we care what others' judgments of our cover is. It's like,
yeah,
the only person that you should care about who judges your cover is you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not happy with your cover, then change your cover. If you're happy with your cover, don't change it because other people don't like your cover, because it's not everybody. Like when we say no one likes us, so like the words we say, no one likes us. You never met everyone on this earth that say no one likes you. Your circle, the average person's circle is 100-something people.
Yeah.
So out of that 100 people, nobody likes you. Let's say I'm an entertainer. Everybody in your circle of 150 people don't like you.
Get a new circle.
It's like 9.4 billion people on this earth. So find some new people. There's always going to be, like you said, somebody who can appreciate you for wherever you are. And that doesn't negate your circle.
And if it never is anybody, who the F cares? Because you are here to have a human experience and have it. And maybe that human experience is for no one to ever like you and to feel what that feels like. Because you can find enjoyment out of that too. You can find enjoyment out of so many things. You're like, God damn it, I ain't never been here before, and never had any friends. But this is our first time. I ain't never had friends, and God damn it, it feels kind of weird. And I get to feel all those things, and it's okay. Everything doesn't, like you said, is not a picture perfect way of how people want to live. I know people are like, hey, if everybody would, like the capitalism thing, if everybody had the same amount of money, but not everybody wants the same amount of money. Not everybody wants to have the same house or the same car or the same things. And that's okay. But when you put that picture of this is a successful person by having this, nobody speaks about the successful person inside.
Well, even that, like, what is success? You see, that's what I'm saying. We're using so many words that we've already, that society has already predetermined a definition for. So everybody successful is just whatever things in life you want to accomplish, that you accomplish them.
Yeah.
It's not predetermined, it's self-determined again. Yeah. So I can't tell you specifically what success is for you. What I tell people that I consult with is I tell you the definition of what success is, which is what I just said. And so success is you accomplishing whatever goal that you choose to endeavor in.
Yeah.
Not me, not what society told you, not what mommy, daddy, not what will make a girl like you or a guy like you, what you put in front of you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't put in front of you and you accomplished it, I mean, good, but it's not the same as something that you're choosing. Like life is about
choosing. That's someone else's success because someone else put that into you.
Because you don't feel the same. It's like when you were going through school, you felt that because you had a vested interest. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing something that you wanted to do, you know, like when I wrote these books, that was a different feeling than a lot of other things that I've accomplished in my life, because it was stuff that, oh, well, this is what a man is supposed to, this is what a you know, a person of this age is supposed to accomplish. This is what, you know, my family said, this is what society said. And it was like, no. But when I accomplished things that I literally made the choice, you know, like I said, took responsibility for my life, which means I now initiate all my actions that I'm accountable for, responsible for. Now it's like, okay, well, I put it in me now. I'm now dangling a carrot in front of me. There's nobody else dangling carrots.
Yes.
I put it in front of me. And okay, I want to get to this point. And then when I get to the point, I feel successful because I put it in front of me. But we put so much, there's so much stuff in front of us that's we didn't put there. And a lot of times in this world, it's setups. It's like the Charlie Brown thing with the football, where she would ask him to kick the football and they moved it, because that's really what especially as Black folks, half of the stuff that we have been programmed to love and like, I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to offend anybody, but a lot of the things that we've been programmed our successes as Black people are things that the system is doing with the football.
Oh my gosh. And you deserve it.
You gotta kick it
because
and you miss.
You deserve it though too, because you're choosing to be something else outside of you. And until you choose you, then you deserve everything that you allowing someone to control your life. And you don't get to pick how they want to control it. If you give them that choice,
because they're in control. Because they're in control.
Yes. And that's when they be like, well, they won't let me. Well, I wouldn't let you either.
But that's their prerogative. It's not about whether, see, like you said, we're not getting into right or wrong. It's their prerogative. When you have ownership of something, you're allowed to do. If I was at your house right now and you said, I want everybody out my house, we all can't sit there and say, no, we're not leaving because what you're doing isn't right. No, the law says it's my house. And if I want at this moment everyone to leave, you have to respect that because it's my space that I control.
Exactly.
So, it's the same.
But people get into it, but that makes me feel, well, that's your feelings, not mine. And that's personal.
Feelings have nothing to do with it. This is why we all want to have that. And this is why it's important, like we said, to create these spaces where you self-define your life, because now you control it. Mm-hmm. Control is, and everybody has that. There's a spiritual urge in every human to want to feel free. But feeling free is not getting a crate load of money, like society has told us. Freedom is in money. Freedom is not in certain things. It's not in moving to the suburbs. It's not in getting out the ghetto. It's not in block. Freedom is a discipline of you being accountable for your life. When you are accountable for your life, you could be living in a cardboard box, mansion. You could be in the ghetto, suburbs. You could be in the middle of Ukraine right now, or you could be here in Idaho somewhere.
If you stand on your own 2 feet, and you move when you want to move, and you choose when you want to choose, that's freedom.
Exactly.
When no one can take anything that is yours away from you, that's freedom. When you're not complaining and putting blame on, nobody can hurt you unless you allow it. And if you're saying someone did something to you, you are beholden to that person. You are not free.
Freedom is free, and I clearly define it as this. Freedom is a life of 100% accountability, responsibility, and intention about our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Those are the only things that we can control 100%. Mm-hmm. And when you control those 100%, which means that every time you act, I don't use the word react because react is a word that takes accountability away. Yeah. I react. Now you made me I
chose to do this. I chose to act in this way.
I act how I think and how I feel. And when I control those things, I feel free. Yeah. That's the feeling of freedom. And when I live a lifestyle with those things, then I'm living a lifestyle of freedom, irregardless of whatever
physical, environmental, everything. Yeah.
I'm living a free lifestyle because everything I'm doing is a choice. I choose to go to work every day. People are like, oh, well, if you work a job, you're a slave. No, because
you can stop.
Yeah.
You know how many jobs I done stopped? I woke up and was like, oh, I ain't doing this no more. Hey, yo, listen here, I can send some money to you, but I'm not gonna do this no more. And people are like, you know how much money you was making? If I want to make it again, I'll make it again. I knew that day I didn't want to do it anymore.
And you're accountable to yourself for whatever comes after. Yeah. That's a free
and the universe supports you in all the things that you want to do, whether it's good or bad. If you want to do bad things, the universe is going to reflect it. Yeah. And you have to deal with all the reflections of that. And if you want to do with great or whatever,
I mean, it just reflects your reflection. Yes, whatever you do. The universal law of energy says that, and I say this all the time, freedom and success and happiness are for the courageous. Mm-hmm. The They're for the courageous. If you're not courageous, you're not going to live. There's nowhere in there's no way, and I can ask anybody who wants to argue this. There's no way you can live a life of success and happiness if you live a life of fear.
Oh no, you can't.
It's just not.
That's not living. You're just surviving. And that's
exactly
what people forget. It's a difference between living and surviving. The majority of people are surviving. Most people will not step out and live. Because
when you're living, when you're living courageous, you're living a life of intention. When you're living a life of fear, you're not living a life of intention, because now you're responding, reacting,
that's all you do.
Everything to what fear says, what the comfort is, what other people might say, how they gonna feel about it, what is the world gonna look when if I die right now, what they gonna say at my funeral. All of these things got you then now manipulated to then do stuff.
Oh, but something that is not even real.
Nah, fear is
not even real.
No, it's not real. Fear is an endless possibility.
Yeah, anytime you say, I don't want to believe that no more. And you just don't.
Yeah.
And then it disappears.
So, that's why I wrote that book, was just to, get that stuff. And I actually do want to do a book just on fear itself, because it's the same coin. It's the same side of the same coin. I'm like, people don't understand it. Like you can't dance. You can't walk around fear. All of your greatest successes, your blessings, and your happiness is on the other side of that fear wall.
Yeah.
And
you can't walk around that world. Yep. All right, before you go on to something else, we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna send you something. I'm terrible with mail. We live in the same city. I want to get this to you possibly this weekend. I have a mug for you, some stickers, and I have
a mug.
Yep. I have a mug. I have
a
game I created. Is it showing?
I can see it. It's the light blocks it. But what's the game?
The light blocking.
Explain the game.
Well, it's a game I created. Hopefully you'll be able to see. That's the camera. Little icebreaker game. I'm belching because I've just finished eating. We're not finished. It was really good. So I'm going to pick a card for you. I'm going to put it close to the camera. Hopefully you can see it. Let me know if you can't. And I'll pick a card for myself.
Because I'm guessing you got one of those ring lights.
I'm going to turn the thing. I'm going to turn the light around so it won't be next to the.
It's cool. If you want to read it.
Here we go. That's perfect. So did I do something? No. So I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to give you a card to pick. Hopefully it's something new. I got to do some more of these as an icebreaker. Let's give you this card here. Are you able to read it?
No, you can just read it to me.
It's still too light. It's still.
Yeah.
Do that. Able to read it?
I anger myself by.
But don't say it yet, man. This is my card. You just give it to me.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm gonna pick one.
Pick another one. Then my fault. I'm just supposed to read it. Don't say it out loud.
I did another one because I think I did that one before.
Okay, so don't say it out loud.
All right, hold on to that. You got it?
Yes.
It's your card to X me. I'm gonna pick a card to X you. And you go first. You remember?
Yeah, so am I supposed to say what it was on the card?
You can ask me now.
Okay, who are you?
Who am I? I am the daughter of Tawfiq Kadris. I am the granddaughter of Wilhelmina. I am Naya. My name means intentions. It is the first thing you do before you make salat. It is the first thing that you should do before you make any actions. Have intentions. And it also means purpose, same thing. So that's who I am. I am Naya. All right, my card to you. Okay, you have, it'll be cool. I would like to know this. You have $35 to create a date. How would you do that?
$35 to create a date. Okay. The lazy way would just be $35. We could both eat at Kyber. But the not lazy way would be, I would invite you over. I would cook a meal. I'd probably make my favorite would be so out of two options there. I would do a spaghetti. I would do a
Men
vegetable.
always making spaghetti.
I like spaghetti. Now, me personally, I like spaghetti. Like when I'm talking about I like spaghetti, like I can make a giant pie and eat it for like 3 days straight.
Okay,
Breakfast,
so
dinner.
you'll make some spaghetti. Your spaghetti
Still gotta
must
be
be
spaghetti.
banging.
But I could do something else. That was one option. I was gonna say two options. So spaghetti, garlic bread, some steamed broccoli. If not that, if it was summer, I could do more of a chicken salad. Chicken salad, I would make chicken salad hoagies. I would do chicken salad hoagies. It's another thing I like making. And I put the cayenne pepper like the black lady used to do at the
oh yeah.
Yeah, at the whatchamacallit.
Come on, Brett Turner.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Man, I missed out with them hoagies.
Yes, and that sweet potato pie. Yeah.
Ooh.
Man, that was.
Man, she was so mean.
I liked her. She was never mean
She
to
was
me.
cool though, but she was mean.
She was never mean to me. But that food was slamming.
I'm like, and can I
wish,
get one of those other hoagies again?
I wish one of her kids or somebody would have carried that business on.
Man, they got one in there now, but it ain't.
Oh no, it's like a cold cuts. They sell like vegan
yes.
Make sandwiches. It's not the same.
And the sauces, and it ain't the same. That how she did it with the veg, all that.
Nah,
I miss her.
That chicken salad sandwich was off the hook.
Man, I used to go and get me a roast beef and turkey,
mm-hmm.
and then have it do that. And then I used to get the chicken salad. Well, I used to get two every time I went down there, and then get my juices. I can take that home with me. Then I used to get my mom one because I'm like, these two for me. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, that nice documentary conversation. Burn some oils. You know what I'm saying? Just sit down and just talk about. Like I said, I love to listen to a significant other or a person just talk about their dreams, aspirations, and things that they want to accomplish. So.
What would you? Okay, when I go on dates, and I think this is something that may be lost. Not always. For me, I get it, but I hear that a lot of women don't get it, or it's just something that's lost. It's always nice when a man brings you something on a first date. Bring women things if you go on first dates. I know.
I never thought about that. I've never bought it. No, I mean I might get something while we're out, but I never thought to bring something. But I will try that.
It's really nice because either it's something from the conversation. I particularly like a gentleman who will bring me something that they're sharing about themselves. That's really cool. Someone got me a comic book before. I was like, oh man, you ain't even know I like comic books, but they were sharing something about themselves. A guy got me earrings before. I don't want to talk about that date. Somebody brought me food before. And I was like, how did you know? The way to my heart.
Well, yeah, definitely food. You can never go wrong with food. Food is always
but like it was just all wrapped up and like here, I know we're going on a date, but here's some food first. I was like, wow. Food first and then the date. But no, it's always nice for a guy to get something as like on the first date.
And then after you eat, walk it off, talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice now. It's wintertime, but if it's summertime and I did that, yeah, we walk. I'm over here in South Philly, so walk Columbus Boulevard.
That's nice.
Enjoy the water. Yeah.
Cool. So you also make. I said curious, but I'll say what would be another name for them? Bead necklaces.
Yeah, crystal necklaces.
Crystal necklaces. I'm like, I don't know what
bracelets.
Yeah.
Anklets. Yeah. So, yeah, it's part of the whole, transformative skill set. I grew up as a little kid using crystals, studying crystals, things like that, and buying them. And then, like I said, once I got maybe it was 4 or 5 years ago, I have 4 children. So I wanted everybody to have, everyone have all, it's like usually a set, the set I usually sell for people is like 11, 12 necklaces, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted them to have all 12 necklaces. And I was like, if I buy 12 necklaces for 5 people, 6 people, I can make it myself. It's way cheaper. Like
Yeah, there's so
for the
much.
same
Yeah.
amount of money. For the same amount of money, I can buy all the crystals, all the
And you
beads.
know how to do it. And
Make
you can
it myself.
energize them. You can put the energy to, as you're making them, all that for, yes.
And I had extra to sell. So it was like, so I just started making them. And, I started making them for myself. And when I started taking pictures and social media of what I was doing, and, people were like, whoa, you need to make mine. You need to make mine. And it turned into a part of the business. And so, that also tied into how, like this book popped in. So
yeah. So tell us about that book. It's called Crystal Success.
Crystal Success. Using crystals for personal success. So this book came about because, like I said, love for crystals. And I know crystals is a big, trendy, thing right now.
It's good. Let me just talk about that. I'm proud of y'all people. I'm so proud of it. I'm proud. I'm just going to start off with saying I am proud.
Yeah.
I am proud.
They love in nature. You love in nature. I love it.
Okay, let me be proud of them for a minute. Let me be proud of y'all. Just because y'all read something and it's just your family little book or YouTube thing, please be careful because this is real stuff. This is not something to just play with. And tarot cards. This is not, it's not for us. It's not for us. We have our own oracle systems. We have ancient systems. Tarot cards are not for us. I'm just telling y'all, and it's something that you shouldn't be playing with because this is real stuff. Remember when they told us? Remember when they told us that we couldn't do it because we was heathens? They was telling us we heathens a few hundred, like not even 100, about 30, 40, 50 years ago. And then because they figured out how to do some bits of it, they tried to bring it back out, but it ain't what we do. So I'm just telling you, I'm proud of y'all for reaching out because it's going to come back full circle. But what you should do is invest in his book because he's coming from a place for us, by us, not the, oh, I ain't that light skin no more, not them. Okay, I just want to say that. Okay, I love y'all. I love y'all, and our spirits need to be in the right places with the right spirits to make you successful and being a great person that you can be. Now go ahead, brother. I just had to do a commercial real quick.
It's cool. It's cool. It's just so it has become commercial, and I say this to people, and this is why the book. I take people through an understanding of energy because that's what the start of this is energy. And you got to understand how you use energy. It's just like, you need to understand how electric works, right? You just don't put your finger in the socket. You don't, if your cord is open, they tell you, you don't use the cord because it's not insulated. Yeah. Energy can be dangerous, right? So same thing here. And so I wanted to create a book that gave people a clear understanding of energy, first energy, then chromotherapy, which is the study of, color, colors and how color, which is a spectrum of visually seeing energy affects us. And then,
excuse me right there, brother, I just want to stop you right there. And we have the ability to see colors that they don't have in the crayon box. So don't be afraid when you see other colors and you think it's something else. That's your eyes, your real eyes, seeing things that they're supposed to see because we see a vast amount of colors that they just haven't taught you about. And make up your own word for them. You ain't got to ask nobody to tell you what color it is. You tell us what color it is. Now go ahead.
So you have that. You have chromotherapy, a study of color and colors and energy. And, now, and then I took it, a understanding of astrology and how the alignment of the planets affects us. So that's another way because planets emit energy. If the sun.
And not talking about astrology, people, we want to take that word away. We want to say science because science has energy and big planets do things to little planets because of how the gravitational pull. And then the moon, it's a thing out there called the moon that makes the waves go ooh, ah. And then we have water inside us, so it makes us go ooh and ah. It's not astrology, it's called science.
I like, see, she made it simple because I didn't, and the same thing in my book, I didn't want it to be this complicated. People made it think like you got to have a PhD. No, all my books are very simple, easy reads. And so I touch a little on astrology just to explain it. That's part of what goes into crystals working. This is not some hocus pocus, you know, you know,
Science.
yeah, it's science. It's science behind this stuff. I talked about in Japan there was a train station that they were having high amounts of suicide. And so one of the ways that they
Was
fix it,
diamonds around here or something?
well, it was just, pressure, just, society. We live in these big and, city,
Oh yeah.
commercial society. So there's pressure on a lot of people. And so the way that they fixed the suicide rate was they changed the light bulbs to blue.
Yep. Color therapy.
Suicide rates went down like 75% in that area just from changing the light bulbs to blue. So you can see, and people do this. I mean, there's whole therapy systems around just colors where people wear.
Well, you see with children in commercials. Well, not even children. You see it more with children because you pay attention to how they automatically.
Yes.
And then the commercial goes like this.
That's why children's cereals are colored. Yeah. That's why children's cereals are colored. Blue blueberry, red cherry. That's why they color the drinks, because they associate color with pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So whereas adult cereals, they don't give us color. It's just,
because they like, you ain't supposed to have no more pleasure. You're getting ready to die.
I mean, you just.
I eat Fruit Loops. No, I don't eat Fruit Loops. But if I did eat, I eat some Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, all kinds of colors. Because I ain't leaving here until I say I'm right.
So it's just stuff like that in there. So then I just go into the personal part of it. Is each planet has a profile, which is, and in that profile is a psychological profile, is a medicinal profile, there's an herbal profile. Each one of the planets ties to different orishas and deities, demigods, whatever you want to call them, because I tied it to different cultures. So I tied it into Catholics, Christians,
nice,
Yorubas, Ishishi. You can go through all the different of the big religions, Jewish, Judaism, Islam. I tied it into these cultures so that people then can understand.
Did you hold on? Wait a minute. I'm gonna stop you right there. Now I don't know, but hopefully it came up so I could have it in the video. When you said I'm trying to tie it into these cultures, it said I'm trying to tie it into these cultures. Oh, I love Sebek. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's Sebek cycle just started a couple of days ago.
I love Sebek. I was born on that day. And go ahead, tell it, man.
Yeah, so I wrote in the book, it has that stuff. So, and then under those same planetary profiles, I have careers. So if you have a certain career and you need assistance with you getting certain energies to help you when you're doing your job, to be more productive, to get more into the energy of that career, there's crystals for that. If certain ones, like if you're a manager, you're a person that delegates a lot of people, you're in a position where you're the point man for people, well, then there's stones for it. You have the solar profile. You can use red aventurine, garnet. You can use ruby. If you're a woman that's working with pregnancy and conceiving, there's that lunar profile, exactly, that has Dumavati or Osset or Oshun, whatever, Mary, whatever verb you want to use for the energy, it's that energy. And then there's crystals for it. If you're just an assistant to a CEO, because assistant positions are nurturing positions.
Yes.
Positions where you nurture. Your job as an assistant is to keep whoever that visionary is and that person assisted, the mundane things they don't have to deal with. You keep them nurtured. So you can have the turquoise, you can have the chrysocolla, you can have the crystal phase, you can
I gotta get this book. Where they can get the book from? Where they gonna find it?
The book is located on my website.
What's the website?
SFD Wellness. It's my initials, Saantis Fenmu Davis. So sfdwellness.weebly.com. We can put it where, on
no
here.
worries, we're gonna put this in here. People
we'll put it in there.
I'll cover our faces with it. Bam. There you go. Hold on, let me do it again.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yes.
It's gonna go right there.
If you're looking for the ebook, you can get that on Amazon.
Okay.
the ebook to both of these books are on Amazon. You can get both of these books. If you want an autographed copy, I would suggest you get them from me because that's how
Lift
you get
it up a little bit some more. There we go. But if you want an autographed book, you need to get it from him. He's in Philly. And you can also get it from his website, right?
Yes. And on the website, I autograph every book that's bought on my website. I autograph personally. Everybody gets.
Look at that. Then I told you he was an amazing man.
It's an energy.
I'm telling y'all gotta believe me when I say things because I only speak the truth.
She does. She ain't lying. It's an energy exchange. You know, people work hard for their money, and I just want you to know that I appreciate the exchange of energy. You took that energy that you traded at work for dollars, and you're trading them dollars with me for information that I might have. And so I thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I wish there was some way I could autograph the books from Amazon too, but that process doesn't allow.
I've been getting it. I have a book out too. I got to get around to people like, hey, I will meet you outside. I really want to, because you're right. It is exchanging energy because they put energy into whatever they are using, whether it's money, bartering, whatever, in order to do that for you. And I am grateful. I'm grateful to for people to be open, to want to just share things that I have experienced, or and share what I have shared, or learn what I know, or just want to be a part of the experience. It's a gratitude that you have. And I love signing people's books because you won't get an original one because I must look at you. I'm saying what I like. Eyelashes. I need write something about your eyelashes in this book. So it's a great experience to like sign people's books. I love it.
Yes. And so I mean that's in there. And the last part that's really cool is I give you, like how to take care of your crystals. You know what I'm saying?
Lift it up a little bit more.
So crystal care, I have in there 13 crystals that you should have, that everybody should have. And I picked crystals because I'm gonna do another book that's just an encyclopedia of crystals that'll give my commentary.
Awesome. Like the Book of Eden kind of thing, like a whole
I didn't want the first book. I just wanted to lay the foundation down, and I picked crystals that are affordable because I have my personal stash of crystals is almost like 200 different crystals.
Yeah.
And so crystals can be expensive. Some are not expensive. So I was picking ones that are not expensive but still get the job done. Like
and I want the general one.
Yeah. Because that's I said, because it's become commercial now, they're giving these impressions that the more expensive the crystal is, the more powerful it is. And power has nothing to do. The power is from the sun, not from the people who.
And also your energy can it changes the crystals. Other people's energy around the crystals. He got that all in the book.
Yes.
I know because he just said it to me telepathically. So I know. That's how I know it's in the book.
I go in all of that with them, how to clean their crystal, how to purify it, how to energize it with, like you said, your thoughts, your intentions, meditation. And then I'll be going in, like I said, second book will be going into some more stuff.
Just break them all up. Told you it's gonna be 27 books. All right, let's do another card. Let's do another.
No problem. Let
me see. Let's see it. I'm gonna pick the card for you. Can you see it? It's up. You got it?
You got to move it over.
This way?
No, to the other way. Other way.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay. And then I'll pick one for you. All righty. You went first the last time. I'll go first this time. What is your favorite sensual thing done to you?
What is my favorite sensual thing done to me? That's an interesting one.
Ooh, stumped him.
I'm a cuddler. I like to cuddle.
Okay. You like to be the little spoon or the big spoon?
I mean, I haven't met any woman where I could ever be the little spoon. I'm
Really? You didn't let somebody just little spoon you like this
like
and
five,
hold you and
like
sniff on your neck?
5'11" and 210. It's not many women. I'm gonna have to like.
I'm little spoon guys are like 250. You just go like this and you hold them and you snuggle a little bit under like that. Yeah, everybody got a little spoon.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Got well, but that's what I said. You're like the size of a WNBA player, though. You're not like, that's why I say y'all gotta get a WNBA woman or something. Most women are not your size. That's you're you're like Candace Parker's size or something.
And I usually date shorter men, so
yeah. See, you purposely looking for little spoons. You're looking for little spoons. Oh, he making a little spoon right there.
Oh, he like to be a little spoon. I like one thing I like that's sensual is weird. I like when a guy shaves my legs because I do a terrible job with that. I love that.
You need terrible job cutting yourself. Keep nicking yourself.
I'm terrible. My kids like, Mom, would you just stop? I'm like, I know. But and I'm always like, after I shave my legs, I'll be outside. I'm like, oh, that's just a little blood running.
So the key to shaving your legs is using.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I get all the keys and I get all the stuff. I'm doing it wrong because this is how I shave my leg. I take the razor. If I'm sitting right here, I say, I'm doing it wrong. I'm not saying I'm even trying to do it right.
Oh,
wrong.
Okay. Got you. All right.
It's not even that important to me to do it right. But I do love getting my hair washed in grease. That is awesome. Yeah. Just lay your head and just sit there and get your hair grease and push your head to the other side. So what was your question to me? You remember?
How do you love on yourself? I think that's.
All right, I keep getting it. All right, I'm gonna pick another one. I need to make more cards. I do. I'm gonna pick another one.
Do you have that on there a lot or something?
It always comes to me. I guess people want to know how I love on myself. I love on myself every single day. I pick, I want to let you pick another card, but I'll tell a different way that I love on myself. How did I love on myself today? Oh, today, well, usually just, regular greasing up and everything. But today while I was sitting in my office, getting ready for work, I gave myself a nice foot massage as I greased my shea butter my feet and got all in me and just moaned and shook a little. It was wonderful. That's how I love on myself sometimes. But let me find another card. Maybe this is something. You see it?
Nah, bring it. Okay, you want me to ask you right now?
You can ask me right now. I can't see it.
Okay, people should.
Oh no, this is another one. I'm tired of this. I'm not every time. Listen, you're gonna be my tester. I'm gonna keep picking cards until I get one that I haven't had before. All right, so here we go.
If you played your game, I'm pretty sure you've had every card, right?
Almost, but no, really, I keep getting the same ones.
Okay.
I love to explain why, but what is this?
Who are you? You asked that. You answered that already. What would you want your superpower to be?
Did that too.
Dance for 15 minutes.
It's not 15 minutes. It's supposed to say 15 seconds. These are the demo cards. All right.
Yeah.
Pick a song.
Yeah, I was like, 15 minutes is a long time. I was like,
that is the idea. I'm dyslexic. So sometimes my words I be mixing words up. So give me a song to dance to. Get your drum. Your drum next to you. Or you can't drum. It's too late.
Yeah, my drum is not next to me. It's in the other room.
Use your hands. You gotta take one. Use drum.
Boom, 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 boom,
wow,
boom, 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 da, boom, da, boom, boom, da, boom, 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 da, boom, da,
wow,
boom, 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 da, boom, da, boom, boom, da, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, my chair moves up and down. Look. Wow, thing. It ain't do what I want to do. But yeah, that was me dancing. All right, cool. So What do you have coming up? What's on the horizon for you? Oh, before you go on from that, I do want you to explain more about how do you pronounce it? Akuma Day.
Akoma Day?
Akoma Day. Please, we just brushed past that a little bit. It's Love Day.
Yeah, so it's a day to celebrate love from an African perspective. And so, you know, because I don't even want to go too long about it, but Valentine's Day, just look up the history of Valentine's Day and what happened. And it was a guy named Valentine, you know, the guy got killed.
Massacre.
And then he sent a letter that said my Valentine, and then it turned into this whole, you know, holiday. But but the holiday is based on love because they use the symbol the heart. But if you look, a heart is not shaped like that. Mm-mm. So that symbol that they use for the heart is actually an Ndinka symbol called the Akoma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That has been here hundreds of thousands of years. They just found pyramids that had Ndinka symbols on them now. So mm-hmm. That's even dating it even further back than just the Akan people. It's been there way back.
It has to be way back to the original because we're all the same. Nothing's new
exactly.
under the sun. So.
Exactly. So yeah, just talking about the principles of love, how to deal in relationships. So it's these two Baba, let me get their names because I don't want to botch their names. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to do that at all. But let me get their names. Because I want to give them their shout out that they deserve.
Yeah, are they the same couple that did Love Day or Love Fest?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wonderful couple. It's went a couple of years ago. That's how Wally and his wife got together. They met each other there.
Yes.
They had like speed dating. That was so much fun. It was just a really great experience of just love, and not like, oh, everybody has to get together, relationships. It was just love.
The Edu family.
Speaking about relationships and how to relate to each other, not boyfriend, girlfriend, man, mate. Just relating to each other as feminine, masculine, male, female, woman, man, families, children, husband, wife. It was just so beautiful. I think that's the same couple. They're amazing.
Yes, I call it the Edu family. It's a husband and wife, and they're awesome. They're clinical. Mm-hmm. They're clinical therapists. They're clinical. So like, you know, these are not just two people that decided I'm just going to do this thing. And it's not wrong if you do.
It's not wrong with anything.
But they actually have, you know, scholarly studies, you know, from a degree standpoint and studying African culture about, you know, relationships, and their relationship counselors. They have a whole curriculum, and they have, like you said, they have a Coma Day. They have different other days that are centered around relationships and love, and they've been married for God knows how long now.
Yeah, and it's just, you can feel the love from them, and it's not even like, oh, they're just over. It's a love that they emote to just in their surroundings. It's beautiful.
Yes, they encourage each other's growth and development. They encourage each other to go after their dreams and goals. They, like you said, conflict resolution skills, communication skills, all of those things that you need for, like you said, relationships in general. Not just conjugal relationships, relationships in general. You can have conflict resolution because we're all not always going to agree. We need to know how to communicate with each other respectfully, nicely, you know.
And how to be intimate with each other, even like you said, all conjugal, not just conjugal relationships. Intimacy with friends, intimacy with your parents, intimacy with your children, intimacy with a stranger, just relationships. Yeah.
A space where we're able to, you know, fearlessly share, you know, where there's no judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's just, okay, what's going on with you? Okay, if you're struggling with this issue, it's not a judgment. Share what you, and if you need my assistance, I'll help you. But I can help you without placing judgment or defining what I think your life is or what your actions are. No, you need help, I can assist you. So that's one of the main things that I took from that day was, and that's big on me, is in relationships, because we're so trained in this world to always be judging. We're always judging. We're on social media judging. We're judging everybody but ourselves. Yeah. Which is irony. We judge
everybody else's business and not minding your own.
But got zero analytical skills about self. We'd be like, well, I don't know.
Let somebody tell you something about yourself. Never. How
I didn't even know I had that problem. But you know, everybody else's problems, like it's the Bible. But yeah, so creating these spaces where we can courageously share without judgment, because judgment has no place in there, you know. And so when you create that, then that's where, like you said, people are able to open up. Parents are judgmental a lot of times, kids don't open up. Husbands are judgmental to wives, so wives close up. Wives are judgmental to men, so the husbands don't open up. You know, kids are, you know, judgmental towards, you know, other people, so they don't friends don't. And it's like these relationships where we don't know nobody, everybody's struggling in silence because nobody wants to talk to nobody, because everybody's concerned what everybody else is going to judge them by,
instead of people just accepting each other. When you accept people, my thing is, it's not even about accepting people. Mind your business. I'm so much into my business that it's just interesting to watch other people, because I don't have time to be in your business. But it's cool to relate with people and have a good time and hear what they talking about. Because wow, that's interesting. I don't do that in my business, but that's cool what you're doing in your business, because it's interesting. Because I'm so engulfed in my business, it's not enough time. And it's so much time in a day, people. Oh, you can slow down time, all kinds of stuff. But it's not enough time, even when I slow time down, to have my mind in your business. And that's the way you can accept people.
There's no value in judging others. No. So like I'll observe other people's lives as a way for me to learn from other people. Like I don't need to learn that crack is whack by trying it. There's plenty of people's lives I can observe to be like, oh, no, I'm not touching that.
Yes.
but to then put judgment on him that, oh, he was a horrible person, that has no value.
No, what it does say is there's something inside of you that makes you uncomfortable about being around that person.
Exactly. Or some type of complex, because we live in this world of hierarchy that we feel like we always judge the people who we think that as a mechanism for us to feel better or higher than someone else. Because every human's ranking of judgment of right or wrong, and I guarantee you always is, what other people do is more wrong than what they do.
Yeah, compared to them, because you don't do nothing wrong. Especially, well, I'll just say people who read the Bible or follow ancient stuff, stories. There's no degrees on sin. A sin is a sin is a sin. If you are lying and you stole something, don't make you better than me because you didn't steal, or I didn't steal, or I didn't lie. You still did something that wasn't right for you.
Exactly. So they'll have a ranking system. Like if I don't like, if I'm not a liar, I'll be like, you know what? I hate liars. They're the worst. But I have the crappiest diet on the planet. So in my criteria of wrongs, crappy diet is the lowest. See, you ain't hurting nobody when you eat a crappy diet.
Oh my gosh, yes you are, because we can smell you people. Let me tell you, I can smell when y'all sick. It's not even fun. That.
You hurting your children, you're hurting your lineage because you're passing down bad genes.
You're hurting yourself. Forget everybody else. You're hurting yourself. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to be your best self.
You can look statistically, people who choose to eat bad diets and then have chronic illness become not, I don't want to say a burden. Some people say, I don't say burden to society, but society has to chip in. If you decide to get 500 pounds and you have to get your legs amputated, you're on Social Security. We all paying into Social Security. So your actions are not just affecting you. You don't live in a vacuum. So yes, we all are affecting each other, you know, and so you can't just look at it like that. But see, like I said, that person will say, me eating crappy and destroying my health is just me. You lying hurts other people. And so they'll create this list. And the list always is in their favor, which makes them feel good, because I don't do the stuff at the top of the list, because I purposely put stuff at the top of the list that I don't do.
and even the stuff like what we're talking about now and judging, it's okay to say, like, I don't want to say crack. I know crack is. I'm cool with crack is. Got a couple of my family. I don't mind hanging out. I don't hang out with them. Like, there's certain places you can't hang out with them, but certain places you can hang out with them. So I'm not going to say crack is. Just something, what was I about to say? I was talking about crack kids and lost my train of thought. Never mind. I like crack kids. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, doing, and like I said, I put the value on crack, not the person. I let people decide their value of who they are. Doing crack is not good scientifically because of what we've seen, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make that person
A bad person.
a bad person. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where, you know, I don't put judgment on people. You choose to live your life however you think is best for you and what you need for your development. And if you find out it doesn't work, that's on you. If you find out it worked, that's on you too.
But yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's not, if someone is living a lifestyle that is not conducive to your lifestyle, that happens. Sometimes it's just like we just don't do the same thing. Yeah. It's okay to still love them and accept them and say, hey, what's going on? Well, let's have a pizza or a burger together, whatever you do. And then you go on your merry way. That does not mean you have to invite other people in your life that's not living the same lifestyle as you. And that can be anything. You might like to bungee jump and somebody may like to live in a house. Y'all can still be friends. You can still enjoy them. You can still, I ain't gonna, no, skydiving, yeah. But you can watch them jump.
Yeah, you can show me videos.
Call 911 and their family when they don't make it back up. But I'm just saying, it doesn't mean what we're saying. People end up thinking it's just one way or the other. If I don't condone or I don't do the same things that you do, that means I'm judging you. No, go do them. Have fun. I just won't be a party to that, but we can hang out later in something that we both enjoy.
Yeah. So
that's the difference. But then judging. What people do is say they live like this. I can't be around somebody that live like that. Who are you?
Yeah.
You may not be around them when they do certain things that you don't do, but who are you to say that you two are anything different?
Well, it creates a casting system, because now if I do that, then the people that I look at as wrong, or as the word they say heathen or infidel, or all these different words that aren't living in the likeness of what I've said is godly or righteous, well, they're below me now, and I shouldn't hang with them, because you know it says in these books, you know, someone shouldn't cast pearls to swine. It's like, well, that stuff you like that. You gotta
rephrase a little bit better.
Yeah, you got. That's a caste system here, because you're but what, I mean, nobody's swine. Why are we even giving people? Yeah, like.
But when people look at it, they're like, "Oh, they're swine." I'm like, no, you might be the swine in this case.
Yeah. You're looking down on people. I'm very, you know, I don't have a hierarchical mindset. It's very vertical. I mean, it's very horizontal. You know, everybody's the same. We all. Even elders are just people that have been here longer. They get a respect because they've seen more. But
that's different than just been putting someone higher over. It's called respect. And people who take that term as something like, well, they ain't just because they this. No, listen, respect doesn't mean somebody is over you. Respect has something to do with you because you have it inside of you to give.
Yeah, and I give the same I give to a child because they're human. They're beings. I mean. Yes, they might not know what they don't know, but it doesn't make them less valuable.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Value is personal. It's not. Yeah. It's not this criteria that's already made of human values. And this color of people are valuable, and this color ain't. And this age of people are valuable, and this age ain't. And this people with these skills are valuable, and these. And then we live in this world where no one has any self-confidence, because until I get into the value systems that society tells me, I don't even think I'm valuable to myself.
Because we're living in a society that's not a society that's conducive to our way of life. No. Because like you just said, if I'm not this, then I'm not valuable. How am I going to see the value in myself? Who in the world gets to dictate who your value is? When you come into this world, you already have your own value, which you should share with the world. Nobody gets to tell you what your value is because they don't know that business. Only you know your value. And by you sitting there and trying to have the value of someone else or what society dictates, you are holding back the value that is needed for this world. Mm-hmm. Because you're the only one that can bring it, because there's nobody like you.
Exactly. Everybody's got that 1%, and that's what makes us all special. Everybody on this earth that's here right now has 1%. And you have to contribute your 1%. You contribute. Your 1% is no more important than Obama's 1%. It's no less important than Gandhi's 1% or you know, Albert Einstein's 1%. Everybody's 1% is 1%.
And it looks different. And it's supposed to be different because
yeah,
it can't be the same as anybody else's because nobody else is the same as you.
And the look don't matter because it's still 1%.
Yeah.
So his 1% could have been the theory of relativity, and your 1% could have been you invented the zipper on some pants. So then guys could go to the bathroom without taking their pants, pulling them all the way down.
Albert Einstein's 1% could have been flushing the toilet and not making somebody see his own doo-doo in the toilet. I'm just going to say it could be just as simple as that.
Yeah.
And right. People may be like, oh, it was this. And if he could have prevented deaths that day, and we'll never know about it. But if
a person that every day walked around smiling and gave people, oh, one day I saw you and I was feeling bad. And then I saw you and I was like, yo, he's always smiling. So guess what? I think I can do that. And you just smile.
I used to walk through Avenue of Arts and just smile at people. It's so amazing how it hurts people to smile. When you smile at someone, they like.
Yeah, so your 1%, everybody's 1% is 1%, but don't let the material, the physical make you think, well, this 1% is cooler or bigger or more important. No, it's all 1%.
Same. Yeah. It only becomes uncool when you try to be like somebody else's. That's when it's not cool. When you say, I want to be their 1%, you'll never be successful at it because it's theirs and you only can be yours. And you'll be so successful at yours. Like, I mean, beyond, like, brilliantly successful at yours. Nobody can take away from you.
You'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the part about it. People are looking for happiness is one of the 11 satisfying urges that we were wired with. Like that's one of my books I want to write. The second happiness book. There's 11 urges in us that we have to satisfy. Like we all have the urge for peace. That's something that needs to be satisfied. But if your urge for peace is satisfied through a drug, that's hard because you can't live a life of doing the other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's false. It's not a real peace.
It's not
nothing
real.
Can give it to, yeah.
Because if you don't got it at that moment,
you can't manifest it if in the same way.
Yeah, we all want the urge to solutions to our problems. We all want the urge to unify with others, but to unify with others can't come from, well, I'm going to be the person that everybody likes. That's most people's way of trying to unify with everybody. I'm just going to be the guy that everybody likes. But guess what happens when you try to do that? Then you don't get to satisfy one of the it's like, it's a balancing act of trying to satisfy all 11, but it's really not hard if you have the proper mindset. And that's why I want to make the book.
You got to be. You wake up and you be. You go to sleep, you be. And you just be.
You're happy with the people that like you, and you're happy that the people that don't like you, because that's their choice.
Yeah. And you don't feel anything about either because both are interesting. For me, both are very interesting to see people who don't like me, people who like me, people who feel different. It's like, oh, I would like to know why, because that's really interesting. If you start looking at things as
but I like you all. And that's how I unify. Yeah. I like the people that hate me and the people that don't. And if you decide to hate me and one day change your mind, I'll be here with open arms. Open arms. Oh, you changed your mind. And if you change your mind and one day hate me and decide to hate me, well, guess what? Okay, if you want to leave these arms, that's fine too. But the arms are going to stay the same on my side.
Yeah, because your actions don't dictate my actions.
Yeah. And that's how you go with everybody.
That's goes with like respecting people, and people be like, oh, well, if they don't respect me, I'm a disrespect. Like, no, you have to have disrespect inside of you to be able to give it. So are you a disrespectful person? Then cool. I'm not saying you can't be one.
That's that reaction word. I'm not disrespectful. I'm just reacting to his disrespect.
You got to have it in you to give. You can't just give something that you ain't got in you. So you got to have disrespect in you to give it. So if you want to do that, then that's cool. But take ownership in, I am a disrespectful person at this time, and I'm giving it. What'd you say?
Accountability.
Yep.
Accountability. Yep. That's it right there.
Always.
You chose to be.
Oh, are you still drumming at the dance class? Are you doing the dance class they used to do at the CUC? Weren't you drumming there?
No. You talking about Cachet's class?
Yeah, Cachet's class.
I drummed at Cachet's a couple of times. I don't know where she's at right now. I don't know if she's traveling or she's still doing the classes here.
I know somebody's doing one on, what is it, up the street from the Y on Germantown. not the Y, the library on Germantown is like in Shelton, and it's a community center up there.
I didn't even know about that. Who's doing the class? Is it Miss Angela?
I don't know. I don't know if it's cashier. I know I've heard of an African dance class there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I mean, besides like performance drumming, not doing much drumming like class, like any type of class stuff right now. It's not many people. People are still bearing, figuring out what they're gonna do COVID wise. But for me, it's just performance drumming. I like it like that too, because it's just a short commitment. I like to do different things than maybe like a long haul school year commitment of just the same thing, one day a week. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like more or less the 6 weeks at most, 5 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 day, 2 day, clinics, and then just leave it there. Than like whole school year, whole semester, long term. So
because then that's a big commitment, because then you're kind of stuck and you can't be more versatile.
I actually don't mind it. I just find that the average human just, in this new age of humanity, attention spans are very hard to keep. People don't want to do something for a long time. I mean, people struggle to stay with their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Try it for 2 weeks and you're like, I can't do it. Like 2 weeks? Like there are people that have been busting the pavement at their dreams for years. You know what I'm saying? Viola Davis was trying to get in the acting field for
because it's yours. Why wouldn't you do that for yours? You do it for somebody else. You wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get on a train, take 2 hours,
work for 65 years, right?
You didn't even get paid for those 2 hours that you would travel. You go in and work for another 8 hours, 9, because you got to take a lunch at the job. Then you go and take 2 more hours that you don't get paid for to go home, to go right to bed, to do it all over again. And you tell me you can't.
40-something years.
That made me shake a little bit. I ain't never stayed at a job that long to even be able to have. I think my Social Security net worth is like 50 cents. No, that's how much I'm going to be getting when I retire.
They're not even. They said that they're not even guaranteeing that Social Security will be here by the time we get to it.
I ain't got nothing in it anyway. They get that 50 cents. I ain't got nothing in it.
So
my ex-husband said to me, he used to get my I wonder if he still get my benefits stuff. He told me, he was like, oh, it looked like you gonna get like $4 a month. I was like, yeah.
$4 a month, you funny. So yeah, just gotta. So yeah, it's attention span. So people constantly want to do different stuff, and so I don't fight the flow. You know what I'm saying? So okay, you do a little quick joint here, get this in. Okay, then do something quick joint over here. There's always this, like I said, there's 8-9 billion people on this earth. So, you do a couple months in Levittown. Do you do a couple months in Bristol? Do you do a couple months in Philly? Then go do a couple months in Jersey,
Yeah. Cool.
So I like that.
All right, want to do one more card thing. What time is it? Yeah, one more card. And I thought when you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, that meant nobody can get to you. Guess not. So one more card thing. Let me take. What I'll do is take the cards. Okay. Now here I'm ready. I need to make some more of these up. Time to get back to work. All right. So the last 2 cards. This is your card for me. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
My card for you. I like that one. All right. You go first.
My childhood was the happiest.
My childhood was the happiest when I was at my Nana's, because my Nana, of course, was there. Wonderful woman. My Uncle George lived there. He taught me how to play cards and gamble and so many other things. My cousin Billy lived there. He used to rock me in his arms. He used to braid my hair and grease my hair. And and take care of me. My Uncle William lived there too. He used to get me little peppermint bowls and stuff. And he used to make the best home fries. It was soaked in grease, but so good. I don't even know how he never had high cholesterol. He ate like 8 eggs and it was like floating in grease every day. And my grandma lived next to my godmom. So I got to see my godmom, and I used to lay on her couch and watch, she called them funnies, cartoons. We used to watch funnies. That was like the best time of my life, being down at my neighbor's. Yeah. Yours. Describe a favorite food using your 5 senses. Don't tell me what the food is. I just want you to describe it. And I want you to your 5 senses. Touch, how it feels, how it tastes, visually, all of that. Not spaghetti either. Pick another one.
I'll go favorite dessert then.
Okay, well, just describe it. I don't need to know what it is. Just describe it.
It's
how does it taste?
It's crunchy on the outside. It's liquidy on the inside. It's round.
I'm like, not just like, tell me, like, how does it taste? How does it make your tongue feel? Is it sweet? Is it salty?
Yeah,
does it make your tongue feel cold? Does it make it hot? Does it hurt?
It can be eaten hot. It can be eaten cold.
No, I don't want you to tell me. I want you to explain. It's your tongue. I am tongue.
It's hot. It's sweet.
Okay.
Crunchy on the outside.
All right, now tell me what it smells like. What is your nose saying?
It smells like insulin.
No, insulin?
I'm just joking. It smells like it smells like it just smells like caramelized.
What does that smell like? Does it smell like an old Chinese store? Does it smell like your grandma's basement?
Smells like Reading Terminal.
Reading Terminal, okay. Okay, I smell that.
Where the Amishes be at.
Okay, so what does it feel like if your fingers was?
I don't know. I've never touched it before, so I wouldn't know. I always use.
Okay, you touched it with your tongue, right?
Yeah.
And your teeth, and you touched it with the inside of your mouth and your lips. What did your lips say it feels like? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it rough?
It's very soft. Like I said, it's crunchy on the outside.
Soft like what? Soft like a pillow? Soft like a baby butt? Soft like a blanket?
Well, I don't know how any of those taste. So
I mean, still, you know how they feel. I'm talking about how they feel.
It's soft like, I don't know how to describe what it's soft like.
What's the softest thing that is close to? Water? Cotton ball?
No, it's like, I don't even know.
Fingers? If you kiss your fingers, is it as soft as your fingers?
No, my finger, I drum, so my fingers ain't soft.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. The back of your hand?
Whole hand is solid. It's just like these concrete bricks. So all right,
yeah. So if it had a sound, what would your ears? How would your ears explain it? Oh, amazing! Yeah. Like heavenly. Yeah. All right, and your eyes. What would your eyes explain it as?
It's just.
Is it good looking? Is it
these circles of love?
Oh, I like that. So it's like circles of love, crunchy. It's really soft, but indescribably soft. So touch.
I said it's crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside.
Okay, touch, smell, taste, sound. What's that one? It's 5 senses, right?
Yeah, we did all 5.
Okay, touch, sound, smell, sight, and okay, taste. So, and it's a dessert. It has to be like, if it's soft, it's crunchy on the outside, it's soft on the inside, indescribable soft. It sounds like heaven.
And I said it's visually, it's a circle of love.
It's a circle of love. It has to be some kind of pie.
Yes, that's it. Pie.
But what? How so? What's in the middle of it? Liquid?
It don't matter. I like all pie. Pie is my thing.
Oh, just like pie. What I was like,
lemon, blueberry, peach, apple, cherry. I have never met a pie. I found Reading Terminal has this pineapple upside down pie that I stumbled on during the Christmas time. That pineapple upside down pie is crazy. In that corner where they sell all the pies and the donuts. It's the only people that sell it.
I don't know you eat sweets like that, but I'm gonna check them out.
Pineapple upside down pie. That thing is whew.
I'm gonna have to do I'll do rhubarb.
I think it's walnuts on it, and I don't even like walnuts, but I'll tolerate a walnut in that thing. I don't even care.
I know what to get you then. If I ever need to get you something, I know exactly what to get you.
Pineapple upside down pie. Because I like pineapple upside down cake, but my issue with it is it's dry. It's no liquid in it. It's pineapple upside down pie.
You like the fruit, that fruity, whatever that is in there.
It's just moist. It's fruity. Yeah, it's wet. It's not dry. Like I don't need to my mouth and throat are dry. I need some water because if I eat 3 pieces of them, so
you be like,
yeah. You see people choke on cake, but you ain't never seen nobody choke on pie.
You may have a point there. Nobody ever choked on pie.
Wet, yeah. It's not dry, especially like pound cakes and pineapples and peas. Yeah, I've seen people choke on a pound cake.
Of course, it's pound cake and it's heavy. It's dense. You need to dip that in something, some tea or something.
Yeah, so see, so that's the
Oh, okay, I might have to try that. I'm not a big sweets eater, so
yeah.
Throw some cayenne pepper on it, might even it out for me. Yeah, that's your face.
Cayenne pepper on a down pie. That's blasphemy. We're not going to talk about that. Moving on.
So, it's almost, what is it? No, it's almost 2 hours. No, it's not. Already. So, what else do you have coming up? Do you have anything to promote that you would like to promote?
Just the book.
Everything can be found on your website, which is going to appear probably right there. So they can get you the beads, they can get you books. Anything else? Crystals.
I have consultations on there. So if you want to get an energy reading done, we do a different one. So I have a yearly energy where you can find out what energies you're working with this year to be successful in the things you're trying to do in your self-development, in your your self-development journey. I do energy readings on particular situations. So if a major situation you're dealing with that you need, clarification on what energies you got to work with, which is pretty much how the mindset, the thoughts you're going to have, the way you're going to approach.
But excuse me, do you hear what this man is saying? That's not what tarot cards give you. It's not about can I or can I, it's where you are in your life. How can you be successful at the state that you are in? And what can you do to improve yourself, that state, to be successful? It's not telling you can't do something or you can do something. It is where you are and how successful you can be at it, where you are and what state you're in right now. This brother know what he's talking about. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, as a person that does readings and stuff, it's not for me as the counselor or the cards to tell you what you should do. Because like I said, I always tell people, you have to live your life. I don't want you ever coming back where like, oh, you told me to do it. And no, I tell you what the energy is saying about the related details and the shaping factors of the situation. And it's up to you to decide. Now, if I say, okay, you're telling me about investing in this situation and the energy is saying that right now, this is not the time to do it. Or right now is not the, what I'm saying?
But you may have, these are the things,
you still can go ahead and do it. Sometimes people come with relationship stuff. I don't tell them to walk away. I say, this is the stuff that, y'all need to
come up.
Be on the same page. And if there's something you want to deal with, sure, then go ahead. If not. I give you the energies of the situation, but I don't tell people what to do because it's your life.
And that's why I don't do readings, because I find when people find out that I do readings, they're like, oh, well, I want to be in a relationship. No, no, no. For me, if I want to do a reading with you, we want to have a whole consultation. You want to get a prescription. If you're serious about whatever situation that you want to be successful in, it is not going to be this say it's going to be perfect for you. No, we're going to be getting deep and digging into stuff. And not everybody wants to do that. People would like to have, can I do it? Can I do it? And that's why I don't do readings for most people, because it's more than just the situation.
It's work. It's work.
It's work, but it's not just the situation that you're asking about. It's where you are and how you can be successful where you are, and it will take you to other things. So be very intentional, people, about what you want and who you are opening that up to, and the energies that's surrounding it. Now he offers consultations. This brother will set you straight. You'll be all right. When am I see you again in real life, man?
I don't know. It's not. They're finally starting to open up the city, so you know. Hopefully, I see you before Dune Day. But Dune Day is gonna be back.
I can't wait.
That means that they'll have the African Street Festival and Dance Africa next year in New York too, and so they're opening the city back up. So, for a while there, you couldn't go anywhere. And then you could go places if you had certain qualifications. I'm gonna say,
I'm a leopard in this world.
So,
not a leopard. I'm a leopard.
Yeah. So hopefully now things open back up, and definitely I would like to, see some sell. It's starting to get warm too. On top of that, so hopefully people start having some events. Some celebrations. The only time I was seeing people during this was funerals, so.
I'm one thing I really enjoyed about this was staying in the house and knowing that I won't be going out that much anymore. I really enjoyed my time and selectively not being obligated, because I'm a leper. I can't go certain places. I ain't even gotta go. You can't invite me. I can't go. I'm a leper. I can't go. What? I can't go. I'm a leper. I can't go. I love that. Me? Oh, I'm a leper. I can't go.
Built an excuse,
so
right?
That is wonderful. So I have my little spots that I enjoy. I love going to Mama Atiola's and getting my nice little hug and stuff. And you supposed to be setting me. I gotta get you on. You're supposed to be setting me up with somebody, Mama. You keep telling me you got somebody for me. She always tells me she got somebody for me.
I need a cheesesteak from there. That's
Yeah, I always get a cheesesteak. I get the mushroom. I love the mushroom when she has it. That's so good.
Oh man, yeah, I'm due for that this weekend. I'm gonna swing by there somehow and get me a cheese.
So good. I usually get that. Then I go in and then I get me a raw platter for later on. Then I get me some dessert. Then I get me a juice. I always spend so much, and I'm like, oh, I just need some more stuff, because it's in West Philly, and I'm in a deep part of North Philly now. There ain't nothing here. So I gotta bring all my food back with me.
Definitely.
So I guess we'll see each other hopefully before Doom Day. If not, a Doom Day. I'm gonna look, and then you can do your beat that you gave me on this show, and I'm like, wow, hey.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna play. I go to that drummer's corner and I'm gonna just sit there and I'm gonna play all day, because
I know I love it. I love seeing y'all over there.
Missed out for 2 years.
I am glad it's back this year. I'm so glad, and hopefully it doesn't get shrunk and it keeps staying where it is, and it's beautiful.
No, they said it's gonna be just the same way as normal. That's what it said.
Good. That's awesome. Well, let's get up on out of here. I am grateful for you to be on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Books. You'll be able to find his book links in the bio of this. Would you like to say anything before I close out?
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this time today, and just, to all your listeners, just, hopefully everyone is, living a intentional, authentic lifestyle, and constantly in the pursuit of, you know, growth and development. And you know, I give you my best wishes. Like I said, all your listeners, my well wishes to you in your journey of self-development and self-discovery.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this is Untold Stories. I'm me. We out.
Take
Thanksgiving.
care.
I'm living to the Father I will pray. Only him know how we getting through.